庶民ら庶民などっちつかずの曖昧関係許せないから答えを求めようつなぐ手と手のパラドックス700万年前からの命題を今だ誰も解けないらしい恋を定義する条件をみんな隠してしまうからあなたに会いに行くルートならば最短計画アルゴリズムであると庶民ら庶民らはっきりさせて0か1かそれが大問題好きの右肩のダッシュが邪魔ね手と手つなぐ温度ならば平均示すはずなのになってグラフの右肩上がり続けて解決できないパラドックス
I really have to thank you for saving me today, Ibarata. I mean, it's all because of you I wasn't late to the department meeting again.
Won't you please buy an alarm clock that won't fall apart every time you hit it, Professor, or is that too much to ask?
Damn it!
Huh?
No measly CPU is gonna take that! I died!
Kosuke, would you mind telling me what you're up to?
Brace yourself for a nice ride!
Aw, not fair, using a star.
Hey, you've still got a lot to learn, Professor.
I'd say you're the one who has a lot to learn.
It's just not possible.
Ibarata, couldn't you have shown a little more consideration for this frail old man?
Why don't you try saying that again when you really do become frail?
Which reminds me, Kosuke, how's your research theme? Are you making any progress at all?
Well, you see...
Kosuke, you do realize that there's less than 1 month left until the training camp if you don't do something very soon.
I'm sorry, just spare my life!
You know, if you would just tell me what your situation really is, I could offer a lot more support than I am. Why don't you give me an idea of where you're stuck?
I just don't get it. Nothing. Not the papers or... It's like I don't even know where my own future is going.
Saying that with such a despondent expression doesn't actually make it true.
No, it basically means Tarasuke is an idiot.
Did you hear anybody ask your opinion on the subject? The upperclassmen here. I mean, it doesn't really need saying, but they're all super skilled. Every day, they do crazy hard research like it's nothing at all. Even Kanade. In the end, she's a true science geek. The thing is, all that stuff they talk about, I don't understand any of it. In the first place, what the heck are these things? These university textbooks? All this crap? Polynomial time, NP? It's just a bunch of ridiculously hard words and formulas all strung together. Instead of showing off how smart you are, get people to understand it. Unless you give me examples from dating games or soccer, I'll never comprehend it all! How's this stuff ever gonna be useful in real life?
Sounds to me like some junior high student who can't do math.
I'm pretty sure that I don't belong in this research lab.
Then how come you don't transfer to a different lab? If you honestly believe that you can't keep up, then that would be best for all of us, right?
What did you just say?
Oh dear, at this rate, Kosuke might actually transfer out.
What should I do? Think! Think, man! Think!
Well, in that case, all those dating games... How about if there were an algorithm that could quickly find the true end? Would you research that?
I'd like to hear more details. Wait, seriously? That stuff actually counts?
Well, I just came up with it and felt like it might work. But, what do you think, Ibarata?
Well... Making choices is what moves you forward, correct? And based on those choices, the ending changes, right? For example, if you pick 3 choices from a total of 10 times in the game, you have 3 to the power of 10, which gives you something around 60,000 possible paths. In a larger work with 50 choice screens, there are about 7 million quintillion paths. Finding exactly which combination can lead us to find our own true end, you'll have to admit is going to turn out to be an exceedingly difficult endeavor. Isn't that right, Professor?
With a very large-scale game, finding the right route would be difficult even for a computer. Which means that dating games, according to computational complexity theory, have a good chance of being classed as NP-hard. So are dating games really NP-hard? What's the most effective exploratory method? It would be fabulous computer science research, so what do you say?
I could do that? I could research games like that?
Recently, games like Manio and Pac-Man have been proven to be NP-hard in various papers. Did you know that?
Same with Puño Puño, Tetris, and other games where stuff falls down.
For real? If I could complete this research, no matter how epic or complicated the game is, I could instantly find which route makes Aika happiest. Is that what this means? No matter which erotic game I play, I could instantly collect every CG scene!
I suspect something like that would be impossible, although something very close to that might just be reasonably feasible.
Oh, one more thing. Kosuke, you're a big fan of soccer, aren't you? You know about the top players shooting free kicks with no spin, right?
Of course, everybody's seen those crazy impossible goals.
Those amazing shots that wobble unpredictably? Apparently, they move that way because of chaotic air currents, which you may know as turbulence.
Really?
Chaos theory, which explains the creation of turbulence, is, well...
My field of specialization, in case you didn't know.
No way!
Want to know the truth, Kosuke? Even among all those things you love, there's a lot of science tucked away inside them.
All right! Whoops. Well, can't sit around. Gotta get to work.
It's really all self-interest with you. Only a couple of minutes ago, you were totally ready to quit the lab.
No one's talking to you! I know how you're feeling. You're probably relieved that the man you've fallen for
No
isn't...
way. No, it's totally not like that.
You can stop saying no, you know!
no.
Yeah. I mean, compared to me, you're all... Everyone here is super amazing, but it's not just that.
Huh?
It's not uncomfortable being here. I just can't hate it, you know? This lab... If I can't hack it, then I'll grab it and hold on for the ride.
Uh-huh.
Hey, come on! Take your best shot! I'm feeling all embarrassed now!
You are.
Huh? What's with that? That expression's not like you at all.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to training camp.
Outrageous.
Yukimura, Kanade, what's wrong? What's going on?
A little while ago, I asked Yukimura and Himuro to watch me practice my presentation, but I guess I didn't...
That was a total waste of time. The hesitation in your speech you can get rid of with practice, but then... The slides are too hard to read. You pack too much information into each one. And there's too many unnecessary sentences.
But, if I write a lot on each one of them, then I don't have to worry about forgetting what I was going to say, so I figured...
Don't make excuses! You should be determined to memorize every sentence!
That's a pretty Spartan attitude to take there, Yukimura.
It's not Spartan. I'm not talking about her strength of will. I'm talking about the 10,000-hour rule, that's all.
No matter what field of endeavor you're talking about, at least 10,000 hours of practice is necessary to reach the highest levels. That theory was first proposed by psychologist Anders Ericsson based on his own research.
10,000, huh? That's gonna be a piece of cake then. I've burned through that several times already.
I understand. I'll go through the whole presentation and redo all the slides.
It's like,
I'm grateful for the guidance, but I don't know whether to say that senior of mine just doesn't hold back, or that he's harsh. And Himuro, it's amazing she even managed to fall for a guy like that.
By the way, Kanade,
Yes?
I need to collect some of your saliva.
Huh?
Yukimura, I managed to borrow some vials. Kanade, what happened?
I'm really sorry. It's because I was just so surprised by what he said. It was a reflex.
I'm sure Yukimura displayed his usual lack of tact when he said what he did.
Well, it wasn't really a question of tact. It was so sudden, I wasn't sure what was going on.
Oh, that reminds me. Can I have a sample of your saliva?
Oh, I see. It's for research. Is that correct?
What other reason could there be?
I'm really sorry.
So, what's your experiment this time?
For summer training camp, we'll conduct a new experiment measuring oxytocin levels.
Oxytocin?
When people are in love, they secrete many different types of hormones. Among them, there's one that's released when someone is touched by a person they love, oxytocin. It's also known as the love hormone.
Yeah, and?
It's activated by physical contact. It can bring feelings of euphoria, lower blood pressure, and seems to have positive effects on general health. There's even a treatment called touch therapy due to these effects.
Wow.
Of course, it doesn't work if you go and touch anyone you want. It's contact specifically with someone you love. That releases the oxytocin.
Oxytocin! A hormone produced in places like the brain, ovaries, and testes. It makes you stupid happy and reduces stress. It seems to be an amazing hormone that's good for the whole body, Bear. But there's also research saying it can make some people aggressive and cliquish. Know what I mean, Bear? So, there are pluses and minuses to everything. Got it? In order to effectively produce oxytocin, the best thing is lots of love and snuggling. For those of you who might not have someone to love at the moment, well, contact with pets works too. What? You don't have friends or pets? I've heard it gets released if you stimulate the mammary glands. Which means all you amateurs ought to go and play with your nipples, Bear. Take that, and that!
If we investigate the amount of oxytocin released, it's possible we can discover whether the subject loves the person who touched them.
Oh.
Oxytocin can be measured in saliva secretions. So the specifics of the experiment involve collecting approximately 1 milliliter or more of saliva in this preservation tube. And then, the subjects will attempt to have physical contact with each other. However, what should we do for the physical contact part?
Physical contact, We should have collected your saliva when we had the chance. We could have had invaluable data to work with.
During the date experiment at the amusement park, right?
No.
Oh, Yukimura, I love you!
This video is from the party we had the other day. Upon looking at it again, I believe the amount of physical contact was quite high. I didn't think that the words of a drunk could be used as a reference, but alcohol inhibits the function of the cerebral neocortex, which governs reason. That allows for the possibility of repressed emotions to be present as...
The words of a drunk can't be used as reference. Erase that.
That's exactly why I was saying we should have collected oxytocin back then when we could have.
Well, we certainly don't need any video data. Delete it right now.
That's extremely valuable data. I will not delete it.
Besides, a saliva sample from an inebriated subject would be unsatisfactory.
On what grounds?
Wouldn't it, for now anyway, wouldn't it be best to maybe start with collecting some fresh data?
She has a point, you know.
But as for the method of physical contact?
It's most effective if the area of contact is broad, correct? Something like this?
Yeah!
Ooh!
With this amount of contact, there shouldn't be a problem. What is going on? This suppleness, this sweet scent.
I suppose 60 seconds should be sufficient? I was just outside walking, so I'm all hot and sweaty. Oh, I can't believe it. It's his scent. What is this feeling of happiness? My heart is starting to feel more tranquil.
Is this the effect of the hormone? A pleasant sensation is running through my whole body. The oxytocin is flooding through me!
Yukimura, this is oxytocin. A tremendous amount of oxytocin.
It's like my whole body is filled with oxytocin. At this point, we are oxytocin itself.
The oxytocin is...
I think the oxytocin is... The oxytocin is... Ah!
Are they stupid or what? Ding dong!
Okay, here we are. It's been so long. Brings back such memories. Saitama, you!
Let's see. For right now, after contact, the saliva must be collected. This is going to be vital for our experiment. Saliva from before and after the experiment will be analyzed, and the amount of oxytocin will then be compared.
So that's why you kept asking for my saliva.
At the upcoming summer training camp, besides presenting at the study group sessions, we will engage in as much physical contact as possible and collect saliva regularly!
Wow.
Hey, listen. Are you talking for real right now?
It's for real.
As much physical contact as possible? I can touch as many girls as I want!
That's right! The more data, the better! Just keep touching now!
Of course not, you morons.
You should really get going on your own project, Tarasuke. At this rate, even though we'll all be in Okinawa, you'll be stuck in the hotel working.
Well, I guess you could call this business as usual here at the Ikeda lab. Although if regular people saw this, they'd probably be completely put off by it.
Oh, I'm sorry. The door was open, so I'm really sorry about that.
A regular person!
Ah, Yamamoto. Glad you can make it.
Hi, Professor. It sure has been a long time.
You're looking very well.
My wallet isn't doing very well, however. I can see your muscle density hasn't diminished at all.
Hi there. So I'm guessing you're a guest of the professor's then?
Oh, that's right. You haven't met before. None of you were around then. The only one who was here was Ibarata, right?
Yeah.
This is Yamamoto. She graduated from this lab only a few years ago.
It's nice to meet you all. Anna, it's good to see you.
Yeah, I bet.
Why don't you come on in?
You have some students doing crazy things out there.
If you mean Himuro and Yukimura, you're right. They're unusual. Those two are using themselves as guinea pigs to research romance.
Really?
Now we have to determine the timing and frequency of the sample collection, I think.
Attaching the right conditions becomes very important.
Hello again, everyone. I really do apologize for before.
Not at all. We should apologize.
I was talking with the professor about you two a little while ago. He said you're conducting some very interesting research. If it isn't a bother, would you mind telling me more about it?
Not at all.
Though it might take a while to explain properly.
Our research involves finding the exact base conditions for love. To that purpose, we are currently looking for evidence of love.
Evidence of love?
Using phase indications like, when we're together, my heart starts racing, and such. We put together a collection of approximately 50 indicators.
Oh, Yukimura, I love you!
Blurting out your affection while drunk, as well as embracing. That should be added too.
Yukimura, have I or have I not asked you to delete that? And how about we talk about you? What evidence do you have that you're in love with me?
I suppose here's one factor. For some reason, I periodically desire to watch this video. That should count.
Huh? Ah! Stop that, you idiot! Ah!
You have a problem with it?
What am I gonna do? These kids are a blast!
At any rate, evidence of love is quite varied. But as you can see, if we keep investigating, there may be evidence which shows commonality. That is what we're really searching for. The logical definition of love.
Huh?
I came to my alma mater for a change of pace and an overthrow of the status quo. Who knew I'd find this kind of material?
What's up with her? What is she writing? Who are you, exactly?
My apologies. My name is Arika Yamamoto. I work under a pen name. I'm a manga artist.
A manga artist?
No way. I've never seen one before.
I don't have a series right now.
and my storyboards are being continually rejected, but... What do you think? Will you let me turn you guys into a manga?
Huh?
The sight of you flirting like that while you research. I'll spread it to the world. And collect evidence of love from people everywhere. If we do that, you can make it clear as to whether you love each other or not.
She could be right.
You know, it might just work. We could collect more data than ever.
Yes, we think it'd be great.
Thanks, that's wonderful.
Well, well. Reached a mutual understanding, have we?
Yes, Professor. They've agreed to work with me on the manga.
In that case, think about this a minute. Participate in our summer training camp as alumnus.
Huh? Summer training camp?
And would you believe it? This year, it's in Okinawa.
That's fantastic. A guy with glasses and a lab coat flirting with a girl with glasses and a lab coat. The swimsuit episode you get once a season. Permission to have fun, within certain boundaries, of course. Actually, that makes it even better. With the sea at night in the background.
Don't worry, my love. It'll all be over before you reach the last prime.
I can't. There's an infinite amount of prime numbers.
True.
As the two of them face their first night together, they do this, and even that.
What? What are you imagining?
It's way too soon for that. We haven't experimented with all the steps prior to that yet.
Huh? I admit, makes it more exciting, right? Now that I'm going to make a manga out of you, I'll use whatever methods I can to keep it interesting. Oh, please let me join the training camp. It'll be a wonderful experience.
Glad to have you on board.
We all looked forward to, and feared, the summer training camp. What would it possibly turn out to be?
Next time, Proof 9, science types fell in love, so they tried attending a training camp in Okinawa.